Alright, a large quantity of gentlemen. Really, the real horror of Bloodborne is trying to survive even one night in the UK. It faces you with the real, truly cosmic horror of the fact that the UK is a real place. You know, just last night, I went for a walk and I actually met all of these gentlemen. You know, really nice once you get to know them. You just have to learn how to frame perfect dodge the bullets that they shoot at you. But of course, that isn't a thing over here. Aha, yes. Bloodstone shard. And of course, Tommy! Sorry to do that to you, Tommy. I know we've had our differences over the years, but I really wish it didn't have to end this way. Oh, and he really sent another guy after me. Alright, Tommy, I'm sorry. Maybe I should have thought twice. Never mind. Never mind. Maybe I should have thought twice about that. What's going on, Henry? There's another guy called Henry. That's a good name. What am I talking about? This game was made, obviously, by From Software, a Japanese company. I don't think I've ever seen, like, non-British people understand British life quite as well as From Software. I mean, this is where I live. This is where I live. This is my house. Actually, playing this game, I've managed to dox my street address, unfortunately, and I will have to move in order to keep myself safe. But it was worth it for the game, you know what I'm saying? There's also an old man in a wheelchair who wants to shoot me with a machine gun. Here he is.
I once failed a driving test because the car that so my driving instructor was a bit of a weird man. His name's Gary. And Gary had, what is it? He'd, like, for some reason lost or otherwise wasn't able to use the car we would normally drive in. And so he gave me a random spare car, and it was fine. The gear stick was a bit shit, but it was fine. So I went to go through my driving test, and then they asked me, can you honk the horn for me? And I was like, sure. I pressed the button, horn doesn't fucking work. Like, there is no horn on this car. And they say, well, we have to end the test now because it's unsafe to drive without a horn. And so we went back, and I wound up not being and then like COVID happened, and I couldn't take my test. It was so annoying.
They charged you for that?
Yeah. Well, they didn't disqualify me. They just said, well, this car's not safe, you know. It was so weird. Because after that, like, because of the car, technically if it's not MOT approved, you can't drive it anywhere. And so they just said, pull up on a nearby road and get out. And they're like, all right. The driving instructor was like, all right, I'm going to call home office or whatever. They're going to take me home. And I was like, can I come back with you? And she said, no. And so I had to fucking call my driving instructor to come and get me. He doesn't have a car. He comes up to me, and then we had to fucking hitchhike to get home.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we were just stood beside the side of a busy freeway or highway or whatever with our thumbs up trying to get a free ride. And we eventually we found some friendly people to take us home. That was our only fucking option. We were in the middle of nowhere, and this driving instructor would not take us home. And so my instructor, that was our only option. We had to hitchhike.